Hello guys and welcome to the review of Lenovo Y720. Thanks to the folks over at Lenovo who sent me this laptop for testing and review purpose. This is the latest top of the line gaming laptop from Lenovo. The latest series is being called as Legion, which includes the Y520 and the Y720. These are the specifications of the laptop that I received. Let us see the physical looks of this laptop. The top surface has the Y logo and Lenovo branding. Towards the back we have some red grille design. Moving over to the left side we have the Kensington security lock and a few ports. The front portion of the laptop is clean and does not have any ports or a card slot. The right side also features some connectivity ports. Towards the bottom surface we have some rubber feet to keep the laptop lifted during use and a subwoofer. We also have a grille design which is used by this laptop as an air intake. And at the back there is the exhaust grille on both sides of the laptop. The laptop seems well designed and feels sturdy. There are no wacky design points here except for a few sharp corners which you may also see on other gaming laptops. After the physical look, let's move on to the ports and connectivity options. On the left, we have the Kensington security lock slot, the power adapter jack, RJ45 port, USB 3.0 port, and a combo audio jack. To the right side, we have the Novo recovery button, HDMI port, two USB 3.0 ports, display port, and Thunderbolt 3 port with a battery status indicator light. The Y720 has a full-sized keyboard with separate function and numeric key rows. The arrow keys under the numeric keypad are sized generously, which is ideal for gaming. The touchpad is placed right under the spacebar. In my time spent typing on this keyboard, I can say that the keys have nice travel and the keys aren't too noisy. Taking a closer look at the power adapter supplied with this laptop, we can see that it has a 170 watt output. And here is the connector that plugs into the laptop's power adapter jack. This is fairly standard on Lenovo's Y gaming laptops. Here is a full view of the laptop. It has some red accented grills which I believe are the speakers, some red accents around the touchpad. With the onset of SSDs, laptops and PCs in general have become really fast. So let's see the boot time. During the boot time there is no cut or edit in this video. The laptop does have a 128GB SSD with Windows installed, so you can see the login screen was reached in just under 9 seconds. And logging into the system was equally fast. As with all the new Windows 10 laptops, it is preferable that you set up a new Microsoft account or log into an existing one. Let's look at the laptop details as given on Lenovo's website. Here you can see the technical specifications of this laptop. The Y720 supports up to i7-7700 processor, GeForce GTX 1066GB, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, a 5-hour 4-cell battery and a 1080p IPS screen. For the connectivity options, it has a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, along with 3 USB 3.0 connectors, HDMI and the Thunderbolt USB Type-C port. Looking at all those details, I have to say that Lenovo has put in some next-gen parts into this laptop, including the PCIe SSD slot, which supports up to 1TB of storage space. Going through the features list here, Lenovo has also included the Xbox wireless support using a receiver card within the laptop. I, however, am using a USB wired controller to play certain games. Finally, Lenovo has added an RGB keyboard to their gaming series laptops. Even though it is not a necessity, but it does add a feature to an existing line of impressive laptops. The keyboard has 4 lighting zones which can be controlled via the function and the spacebar key. The function keys on the keyboard double up as volume control, touchpad lock, camera control and brightness control when used together with the FN key. A touchpad on a gaming laptop does not have much purpose, as most of the people would be using an external mouse for their gaming needs. But let's see how this touchpad on the Lenovo Y720 holds up for general browsing. This is a multi-touchpad which supports a number of single and multiple fingered gestures. The pad is soft to touch and has a smooth surface. At the bottom of the touchpad, we have the left and the right buttons, which make a distinct sound when pressed. The two fingers zooming in and out of the website is as smooth as the two fingers scrolling. As I was talking about the multi-finger gestures, here we have a 3-finger swipe to switch windows. All the gestures can be customized in control panel under the mouse settings. Here you can see we have the 1-finger gestures which enable corner click, tapping or drag and drop. Then we have the multi-finger gestures which include the 2-finger scrolling, zooming, the 3-finger gestures which can switch windows or show the desktop. You cannot actually change the functions of these gestures, however you can always enable or disable them. The next feature of this laptop is the audio settings, which utilizes the JBL speakers and the Dolby Atmos technology. Lenovo does not have a lot of preloaded software on this gaming series laptops. However, NerveSense is one of the softwares that it has included in this package. Let us look at the first option, the light shift, which basically controls the RGB keyboard and helps you customize and save profiles for later use. The next option is extreme cooling. We have seen this feature on previous Lenovo laptops as dust cleaning. Here, Lenovo has provided a full-fledged feature for cooling the laptop. Once switched on, it runs the CPU and GPU fans at full speed with the purpose of reducing the temperatures over a short period of time. The good thing is that Lenovo has included hotkeys for all these features, which makes it real easy to turn these on during gaming. Clicking the More button provides 3 more options. Let's look at the Prevent Mistaken Input option. Once switched on, this feature is used to disable the Windows key and the touchpad as a game is being played. The Sound Enhancement option just takes you to the Dolby settings. The Network Priority option is supposed to prioritize and provide bandwidth to any game that is being played, hence enhancing the online experience. Going into the settings, we can see some of the general options that are available in NerveSense. We can also see that this software is capable of recording gameplay. But during my time of testing, as I tried to record gameplay using this software, the recorder crashed.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of youth.
Whose field is that, the other side of the river? By the wood? Away clinics. Good lad, must have been.
Something else you'll be needing.
Nilfgaardian rule to your liking?
What's there to like? 'Tis the same as any other. They tax us, requisition this or that. But they do keep the peace in the village, I'll grant 'em that.
You don't mourn Temeria's passing?
I mourned it round half a year back, when King Foltest was cut down. Now I just want peace.
And here is the time spy score, which is quite comparable to the current gaming desktop that I am using, so impressive performance. After playing the game for more than 45 minutes, let's see which parts of the keyboard are hot. The numeric pad is definitely cool to touch, as is the touchpad. The most hot parts are to the right of the key R and to the left of the backspace. The Q, W, E and the ASD keys are fairly cool. After reading about the hinge problem and the screen wobble on a number of gaming laptops, I decided to test out the Lenovo Y720, and it turns out that it has very less screen wobble. Testing out the hinge by opening and closing the screen, I do not hear any creaking sound or feel any pressure that is being applied on the hinge or on the screen. So it looks like that the lid of this laptop is quite well constructed. During a looping video test at 50% brightness and balance settings, the battery of this laptop lasted for around 5 hours and 20 minutes, whereas a mixed usage test of the battery involving browsing, playing videos and working yielded just 4 hours of usage. Apart from installing some useful software, one of the first things that a new owner should do is create a recovery USB drive. In any circumstance that the laptop starts malfunctioning, such a USB drive can be really useful. If all else fails, this recovery drive can be used to reset the laptop to its factory settings. Let us take a look at the BIOS that comes with the Lenovo Y720. One of my top criticisms for Lenovo has always been the BIOS. Not that it does not serve the purpose, but it has a lot of missing options, such as the thermal control. Also, I think this BIOS is most probably whitelisted in terms of some of the customer replaceable parts. I would think that would be the SSD and RAM. As for the internal parts, to the left we have the Western Digital 1TB hard drive, next to it is the PCIe SSD. Under the SSD we also have the Xbox receiver, then we have the battery to the right. On top of the battery is a casing which houses the RAM modules. To the right of the RAM modules we have the Wi-Fi card. As for my final thoughts, I think this is a really well designed laptop which is also sturdy and has a good build quality. Being top of the line, it also includes some next gen parts such as the PCIe SSD and the Thunderbolt 3.0 port, which could be really useful in future. As for the included NerveSense software, it needs some polishing to be really used as a gaming companion. Overall, I am really impressed with the amount of performance and features included in this laptop. Thank you for watching this video, and please leave any comments or questions in the section below.